What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Super excited about today's video because this is going to be Lindsay's first time seeing anything about the RNLI.
That's true. I don't know why I thought I had already seen it, but I haven't. I've just heard you talk about it.
And here's the thing. The fact that I've talked about it is, I found it incredible what I've seen.
True.
Because I think I've only seen one video about the RNLI. Yes. And something I always meant to come back and check out more, but that's what we're doing today.
And we've been sent like several things about the RNLI. We got the bear back here.
We got the bear back there. Yeah. And I believe the RNLI stands for Royal National Lifeboat Institute or something along that lines. Yes. From what I understand, this is actually a charity. This isn't actually, I think you probably knew that. I think somebody wrote a letter about it. And but yeah, guys, so today what we're going to be checking out is North Sea lifeboats, how the RNLI saves lives in this treacherous patch of water. This should be really incredible. I've never looked into the North Sea at all either. And the North Sea is a place that I find fascinating because I've heard that it is one of the most treacherous areas of sea or ocean ever. And supposedly it is a very dangerous place to be boating and whatnot.
Okay, I'm at the risk of sounding unintelligent. Where is the North Sea?
Oh, the North Sea is like, it's...
I know it's north.
How do you describe it? It's kind of to the, it's to the east side of Great Britain. All right, so now we have the North Sea pulled up. As you can see, it's this.
It's the sea between the UK and like Denmark, Norway, Netherlands. Okay.
Yeah, so that is supposedly one of the most treacherous areas of water in the world.
Interesting.
And I can imagine that, especially when you're in the northern area here, this part of the North Sea would probably be pretty chilly.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm guessing it gets some pretty big waves there. But anyways, guys, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and jump into checking out the RNLI working in the North Sea.
Ooh.
The North Sea.
I can already tell.
Home to freezing temperatures.
Ooh.
Raging winds. Rough seas.
Oh my goodness. It's like my nightmare.
Waves.
Whoa.
It's captured imaginations. Past.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh gosh.
And present.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
It's where thousands of people make their living.
Okay. I'm glad I'm seeing this video before we come over to the UK because...
You want to take a ride in the North Sea?
The name, it just sounds, let's go on a little jaunty ride across the North Sea. And then, not happening.
Nope. You want to do this?
No, this is my worst nightmare.
We have rode in a treacherous sea.
Not like
that. No, it wasn't. But like the one of the known to have very bad currents.
Yeah. Because it's where like different...
The Indian Ocean and... places
converge, and it causes a lot of tumultuous
nothing like the waves we were just seeing though. No, my goodness.
Board fishing vessels, working for energy companies, and crewing transport ships. It's a place for recreation.
That's a small boat.
Also, a place fraught with danger.
Oh my goodness.
It's one of the most challenging patches of water on the planet. A challenge the RNLI must be ready to face. North Sea lifeboats. The sea. Ranging from the Straits of Dover to the Orkney and Shetland Islands, and the edge of the Norwegian Sea. The North Sea encompasses 750 square kilometers of seawater. The water temperature averages 17 degrees in the summer and 6 degrees in the winter.
Celsius. Yeah, it's still cold. Yeah, it's very cold.
The air temperature can drop as low as 0 degrees. Winter brings frequent gales and storms to the area. Storm surges in particular can be deadly. One such event in 1953 flooded several coastlines, taking 2,000 lives. All these conditions make for a difficult area for the RNLI.
Holy.
An area that pushes lifesavers and lifeboats to the limit. Lifeboat rescues in the North Sea. From Lowestoft in Norfolk to Lerwick and Aith in Shetland. Over 50 lifeboat stations count the North Sea as part of their patch.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. It's just all down the coast there.
Inshore lifeboats operate close to shore. Their speed and maneuverability and ability to operate in shallow water makes them a vital part of our life-saving operations. It's the all-weather lifeboat fleet that have to be ready to venture further out. Often spending hours at sea, battling the big waves and storm conditions to answer desperate calls for help.
Oh, man.
Some of the most difficult and arduous rescues in RNLI history have taken place on the North Sea.
All the way back in 1914. Just give it the girth.
Iconic lifeboat crew member Henry Blogg earned each of his 7 medals for gallantry here while stationed at Cromer.
Hold on. I want to see that. Wow. 3rd service, 2nd service, 4th service, 3rd service, 2nd. Wow, that's pretty impressive right there.
In April 1973, Bridlington lifeboat crew took on hurricane conditions to locate a fishing vessel that had lost power. Despite heavy snow and force 12 winds, the lifeboat crew evacuated all 5 on board the stricken fishing vessel. Coxswain John King was awarded the Silver Medal for gallantry for his part in the rescue. In 1966, the lifeboat crew at Walton and Frinton spent over 26 hours on duty, as they launched 4 times to go to the aid of a grounded steamer, navigating a heavy break-in swell and strong winds to bring the casualties to safety. Coxswain Frank Broom was given a bronze medal for gallantry for his leadership through the marathon rescue. The most recent gold medal winning shout also took place in the North Sea, the rescue of the Green Lily, 19th November 1997. The 3,000-ton cargo vessel Green Lily lost power off the coast of Shetland. Hewitt Clark, coxswain of Lerwick Lifeboat, and his crew launched to the rescue, navigating 50-foot seas and force 11 winds. Hewitt maneuvered the lifeboat alongside the casualty vessel, while the volunteer crew stood on deck and hauled the casualties on board the lifeboat, bringing 5 people to safety. A rig arrived and towed the Green Lily to a position where a Coast Guard helicopter could evacuate the remaining crew. One by one, they are each airlifted to safety. Tragically, Coast Guard winchman Bill Deacon lost his life in the rescue, swept overboard as he waited to be pulled to safety, having sent the casualties up ahead of himself. Coxswain Hewitt Clark was awarded the gold medal for gallantry, and his crew were each awarded a bronze medal for gallantry. Out on a shout in the North Sea.
On a shout.
What's it like being out on a rescue in the middle of the North Sea? Stephen Manson, the current coxswain of Lerwick Lifeboat, described what it was like to head far out to sea.
What is a coxswain? Like the captain?
Basically? I have no idea. I've never heard that before.
I gotta look it up. Because he keeps using that term, and I've never heard it. Oh! It's spelled coxswain.
Coxswain.
But pronounced coxswain, I guess. It's the person in charge of a boat, particularly its navigation and steering.
Okay.
So the captain, right?
Is that the captain? That sounds like, but, I don't know. Is that a captain or is that like...
Versus captain.
So like the first mate, kind of charge of steering and whatnot.
A captain is the leader of a team or ship, responsible for overall strategy and decision-making. In contrast, a coxswain is the person in charge of a boat, its navigation and steering, coordinates and actions of the rowers.
That's good to know.
So while the captain oversees the entire team, the coxswain focuses on tactical commands and performance.
All right, that's good to know.
My granddad always used to tell me, always be scared of the sea because it's always technically trying to kill you. And you do deal with bigger seas than you get in most other places in the world, and colder. But sometimes you can feel a little bit vulnerable. It's definitely a sea to be respected.
Look at that. Like, oh my goodness, man. I can't even imagine what it's like to ride on that.
Really big seas, even in the... So right from the get-go, we were punching into it, and it just never eased off at all. It was a battle the whole way. It was hand steering, autopilot wasn't an option, and everybody was strapped in the whole way there. You have to try and make sure that you, one, staying on the course and that you're not getting hit entirely side on by the waves. But it was quite a confused sea, so they were sort of hitting us from every direction. But although the Severn is the biggest boat in the fleet, we felt like a very small boat that day, considering the size of the seas that were way above
the top.
Look at that.
At times. It was a little bit intimidating. Danish trawler come fast on the bottom, so his fishing gear was stuck on the bottom, and with the rolling seas, they'd ended up flooding their engine room, so they'd lost power, so they were just really at the mercy of the sea, taking a beating. There was a standby vessel on scene, but he was unable to tow, so he just stood by him until we could get there. I think we were 3.5, 4 hours getting out to him. It was not safe at all to try and evacuate them off the boat. So we got a tow line across to him, established the tow, and once he was happy, I started making my way back to Lerwick very, very slowly with him.
They were telling them?
I think eventually that boat would have sank, and probably realistically they would have had to abandon to a life raft and hope that the supply vessel that was close by could pick them up. But in seas that rough, they would have been quite hard to see, and they would have moved quite quickly. I fully believe we definitely saved 3 people's lives that day.
Wow.
Tackling the challenges of the North Sea. The North Sea is an unforgiving environment, and while brave lifeboat crews will launch in rough seas, many lost their lives trying to rescue those in peril here, including disasters at Fraserburgh, Longhope and Arbroath. Today's all-weather lifeboats have been designed and built to tackle the challenges this patch provides. The Severn class lifeboat, the Trent class lifeboat, the Tamar class lifeboat, and the Shannon class lifeboat. These lifeboats have the strength and maneuverability needed to take on the scale of the challenge.
Turned like that?
They are able to launch into big storms, even when the size of waves can make your lifeboat feel incredibly small.
Oh, gosh.
Specially designed seats help counter the violent motion of the waves. Comforts like air conditioning and tea-making facilities.
You would have to have a cup of tea for this job, for sure.
Self-righting is a key safety feature, a combination of clever design and implementation of physics.
Oh my gosh!
Intake valves automatically shut during a capsize, and the sealed wheelhouse acts as an air bubble. So if the lifeboat capsizes, it will right itself automatically.
Okay, that's amazing. I was going to say back before we saw this part that it partially looks like a submarine.
A little bit,
the compartment where they're in.
Yeah.
I guess if I was going to be in any sort of boat on the North Sea, this is the one I'd want to be in.
The fact that it can just right itself so easily, even if it capsizes.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Okay.
Wow.
Look at that.
Other innovations, like the Shannon's water jets, aid maneuverability, and the shape of each lifeboat's hull has been carefully designed to minimize the impact of the big waves when out at sea. The lifeboat is just part of the solution. Hours and hours of training also helps crew prepare as best they can for whatever this treacherous patch of water can throw at them. Especially important when you factor in that many RNLI crew members do not come from a maritime background. The RNLI's training turns brave volunteers into competent, skilled lifesavers. What makes it all possible? The North Sea may be one of the most daunting places to crew a lifeboat, but when the call to rescue comes in, brave volunteers will drop everything to launch to the rescue. Thanks to their dedication and courage and the support they receive from people like you. Your kindness powers their courage. It gives them the kit, training and lifeboats they need to launch into the North Sea, making this vast, treacherous patch of water a safer place for everyone.
Wow. It really does blow my mind how much of your, over in the UK, England specifically, I'm not sure about other parts of the UK, how much of your first responder type positions are volunteer.
Yeah.
Like a lot of emergency response are volunteer.
Seems to be, yeah.
And the RNLI is all volunteer. We've heard of other things too. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but
mad respect to these guys. I mean,
and gals.
Yeah, and when I say guys, I call everybody guys.
Yeah.
But incredible. Like the very fact that I don't know if everybody is literally a volunteer, but it sounds like the majority probably are. And the fact that so many volunteers are just going out here risking their lives, going somewhere like the North Sea and big waves to save people. That's awesome.
With not necessarily a background in.
I know, I think it would be, I mean, I would love to be able to go out on one of these boats. I don't know about the North Sea, not to begin with, but the fact that if I'm going to go out with anybody, this seems like a great a great crew or great people to go out with. They seem like they would they seem like they know what they were doing, and not to mention the boats that they're in are amazing.
Pretty much one of the safest.
Yeah.
Or if not the safest, probably.
I would love to look more into these boats specifically, because like I'm just like
that's pretty dang cool.
I had no idea how unique they were.
I know.
Like seeing them just capsize and then turn right back around. The fact that you're like inside an air bubble when you're inside there. And it closes
still
off.
Scary.
Well, if you, no, it's not scary. You're going out 50-foot waves and then you just turn all the way over. No, it's not scary.
Oh, it's like a carnival ride, as long as you're strapped in.
Man, did you hear what he said about the seats too? The seats, and I don't know if it's all of those main vessels that are riding in, or if it was just that one he was talking about. But like the seats, like floated or something.
Oh, like air ride almost?
Yeah, I was thinking kind of like that. It might be like an air ride on an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have it where it's like you don't barely feel the road.
It absorbs the shock.
Maybe this is like the same. Maybe you barely feel the sea. I can imagine though, like I feel like I would probably. I remember when we were going across the whatever that was, the Indian Ocean. I don't remember what was it the sea. I don't remember what it was exactly, but we were going from one island to another, and I remember like it was a pretty long ride, not crazy long, 45 minutes to an hour, and I remember
on a speedboat. This was like the speedboat version.
Yeah, but I remember like feeling a little bit seasick. I think I took a Dramamine or whatever it's called, but I can only imagine you're on waves like this, like we're seeing here. I mean, like unless you have some sort of seat that takes away that feeling, that constant rocking back and forth, front and back, like man, that would take quite a while to get used to. But I think after a while you just get used to it, like anything, if you're on the sea enough. But these guys are incredible. Absolutely, to be able to do this type of thing, rescue people in waters and storms like this is absolutely incredible.
Takes some balls.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I want to look more into the RNLI. I think it's a very fascinating group. What do you think we should check out next from the RNLI? Also, what else should we check out in terms of this type of thing? There are other groups besides the RNLI. For example, there was like a helicopter rescue group that I think may have been volunteers as well, but I'm not 100% certain about that. I'm just so interested in learning and looking into the first responder type stuff, whether it's police, fire, RNLI, helicopter rescue people, the rescue people in the middle of mountains, like all those first responder type things I find fascinating, and I would love to look into more things about all the first responder stuff. So let us know what you think we should check out next, guys. But I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, guys. Peace.